Good morning. Well, it's good morning here anyway. It's my favorite time of the day, and I always love, well, not always, that would be a lie. I, as much as possible, love to meet myself on the mat in the morning and just to move in whatever way suits my body on any given day. Today's practice I would like to share with you is really based around the theme of gripping or clinging. And this can happen in life when we grip or cling to things that are familiar with us because they're comfortable to us. This is also creates a lovely way to explore a yoga practice, to notice that as you move through the practice, what areas of your practice do you find that you cling or grip through? And quite often you'll find that these are areas where you feel tension and it's not comfortable for you. And rather than moving with or through that, we tend to hold our breath and have this real stuck feeling of being unable to move through it. And this is how that translates to life as well. So when we're in that situation of unfamiliarity, we tend to hold on to the breath, and it's really tricky to move forward. So I hope this practice resonates with you and allows you plenty of opportunity to just notice where you cling, where you hold on to something, and see if you can move through that with some compassion, with some gentleness, with a little bit of love and support of the process of the journey. So let's all hop on the mat together. Grab a couple of blocks. You may need blocks for the practice to help support you, and I'll meet you on the mat. Start by coming down onto your back. You can either have your knees bent here with your feet placed hip distance apart, or extend your legs out just in front of you, and just take a moment to move through any fidgets in your body and just to set yourself up. When you find that place of comfort for you, place one hand on your lower belly and draw the other hand up towards your chest. If you're comfortable to do so, you might like to close down your eyes here and just allow yourself now to move towards the awareness of your breath. Try not to change the breath in any way. Just notice how it naturally moves, and that you might feel that in the way that your hands move away and back towards your body. As we're talking about gripping and that tendency to do only what's familiar to us, you might start to notice whether there's any places within your breath right now that feel stuck. And then again, with those qualities of gentleness and nurturing, see if you can make any small changes just to help the flow of the breath so that it best supports you. As you breathe in, start to notice what parts of your body fill with your breath. Notice how comfortable you are with the space that you take up in the room. And then as you breathe out, see if you can allow this real softening to happen. Heaviness where you shift your imprint into the ground below you. And your capacity to be able to let go with each exhale that you take. use the breath to really anchor your attention here. You might move through 3 more breaths. At this part of the practice, I like to recommend considering an intention or some sort of positive mantra or goal that you can focus your practice in on. It really becomes a guide to the practice. And as we're talking about the theme of familiarity and our capacity to grip and cling to things, it could be related to that. To affirming with yourself that you will allow yourself to notice throughout this practice where you have tendencies to grip or cling or forget to breathe or find difficulty in something, and notice how you might be able to move that with a sense of gentleness. And as that intention comes to you, allow it to settle in your whole body, every fiber. Take a deep breath in, feel and expand yourself with that intention. And then as you breathe out, let it have this residual effect of really settling into you. Breathe in, feel yourself with that tension. And as you breathe out here, you might like to take an audible sigh or exhale and prepare yourself for practice. Gently release your hands down to the ground. Shuffle your shoulders so that you're resting on your shoulder blades comfortably. And then let's start to move with breath here. So as you breathe in, fill that lower part of your belly comfortably with air. As you breathe out here, have a sense of squeezing or drawing or hollowing your navel down towards your spine. Flatten or press the lower part of your spine in towards the ground, and you might feel this as the hips inching a little bit closer to the ribs. And then release that. So the spine comes back into a neutral position. As you do that, feel the gripping start to dissolve. Breathe in here. Take a natural breath in. And then as you breathe out, again, have a feeling of gripping your navel down towards your spine, creating an engagement in the core area. Hold that and then press down into the feet. Start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Move them towards the ceiling as far as you comfortably can in your body. And then just hold here with a couple of breaths. Notice the muscles that are working to support this pose, and notice the depth of that engagement. As we move into coming out of this pose, I want you to either close your eyes if it helps you to really see, sense or feel that, and have a feeling of the muscle action or the actions of the muscles being switched on here are releasing as you come slowly back to the ground. You're lowering vertebrae by vertebrae from the top of your spine to the base of your spine. Watch movement shift and change. Feel the energy perhaps lessening as you get closer to the ground. And then when you arrive here, completely let go of any of that tension or action that you've just created. And feel this as a type of letting go. Let's move through that twice more. So as you breathe in, Fill your lower belly with air. As you breathe out, grip the navel down towards the spine, flatten the spine towards the ground. Have a feeling of this lower belly part really being active and engaged, and then push down firmly into your feet. Start to lift your hips all the way towards the ceiling. And again, just take a moment to notice. You might feel your glute muscles engaged. You might feel the top of your thighs working and engaged. Notice how that feels in your body. Is this how tension feels when you're in an unfamiliar situation? When the muscles really start to tense up, the breath becomes laboured or non-existent in some cases. And then watch the process as we come back down to the ground, and how the body has the capacity to let go. So as you lower from the top of your spine to the base of your spine, take it nice and slow. Stay connected to how sensation changes, to how release occurs. Touch down. Let go. Take a few moments to feel the effects of that movement. We're just going to move through this a couple more times this morning, but add in some arms to that. So as you breathe in, fill the lower part of your belly. As you breathe out, draw or grip the inner navel down towards the spine. Feel that engagement first, and then as you press your feet into the ground, you might like to start raising your arms up and over your head. Lift as high as you comfortably can. To add a little bit more gripping, you might have a sense of drawing your heels back towards your shoulders. And again, that will create a little more action in your butt or your glute muscles and the tops of your thighs. Just gently move your head from side to side to ensure that you're not gripping too much in the neck or creating any strain here. Know that this practice of yoga is about listening to your body. So if holding here for too long just doesn't feel right for you, then gently come out till you're ready to maybe join again, to experience again. On your next exhale, simultaneously lower the arms to the ground as you start to move from the top of your spine to the base of your spine. Watching the action of letting go, of release, which might even be felt insofar as the muscles in your face. When you arrive, gently rock the head from side to side. Heel toe your feet to the width of your mat. Knock or draw your knees in together. Relax your arms comfortably by the sides. And then just gently sway your knees from one side to the other side. If you really want to absorb that capacity of the twist and how it's gently releases your spine, then allow the knees to knock out or stay rested to one side. You might like to look in the opposite direction to increase that twist. Again, notice if there's any areas where they feel slightly stuck. See if you can use your breath to support that. If your legs are on one side, shift them now gently to the other side. Come back to the center. To seal this very short practice this morning, if you have time available to you, I always recommend just taking a few moments to let yourself settle into this deep relaxation. Add any props that you need to support you. So if you need to place a blanket below your head or below your knees, move your body to release any fidgets. And then use your experience of your practice this morning just to notice how your body feels from that practice. Notice the quality of your breath now naturally as it moves in and out. Gently scan your body from head to toe, allowing yourself to let your attention rest where it stops. And in this process of scanning your body, allow yourself to do it without any judgment. Everything is a process of being soft and gentle with yourself. Stay as long as you need here. Or if this is you and it's time to move into your day, gently press or roll to one side, press your hands into the ground. Bring yourself back up to a supported or comfortable seated position. If you're still comfortable to, gently close down your eyes and let your hands rest either comfortably in your lap or at prayer position at your heart. Take a moment to turn your gaze towards your heart and acknowledge the already perfect human being that you are. Acknowledge any intention that you've set for practice for yourself today. And acknowledge that we've been able to share this practice together this morning. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on the mat, whatever time of day it is for you there. May all beings everywhere be happy, safe and free. From my heart to your heart. Been with Anita on the road today. Thank you.